Welcome back to the Hide. We are back out in the gun room again today, and we are going to be taking a look at another accessory review, this time in the form of a thermal monocular. So this will be our dive into thermal technology. Thanks to RIX for sending this out. But this is one of their Pocket K2s. And the thing that was kind of interesting about this was the overall size and weight. Or to be honest with you, the lack thereof, the two. This thing is compact and light. But I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. If you're looking to integrate something thermal into your bag, but you're not looking to spend just an overabundance of money, this might be what you want to go with. So let's take a look what all comes in the box here. Get the top off. Now I have taken this out because I charged the battery, but you get a really nice carrying case. Keep that. And here is your user manual. You get a quick start guide. A little customer card here, tells about the company and such. You get a wrist strap. It's kind of nice. You get a lens cloth, and you do get a 18650 battery charger. So that's a very nice touch as well. Good thing they included that. It's very helpful. Now here is the unit itself, and I wear a large sized glove. So as you can see, it fits quite nicely in the palm of my hand. It's not very big at all. On my scale here at the Hide, this weighs 7.7 ounces. So it's not a lot, guys. I mean, you could put this into a lot of different applications. So just kind of go over some of the features. Let's take a look at the user manual here. I want to kind of go over some of the specs, but it uses a Vioxx uncooled sensor, 256 by 192 resolution on the pixel count there. I know that seems kind of low, but this is thermal. This isn't like an HD camera, so it's going to be a lot lower. It does have a 50 hertz frame rate, which for this unit here, the size, that's actually pretty good. I think your HD TV only operates at like 60, so that's not bad at all. This does have a 1.7 optical zoom with a built-in digital zoom of 1, 2, and 4 power, so that's pretty nice. Eye relief of about 13.5 millimeters, give or take. Now, one thing to point out is this is the K2, so they are touting a 512-yard detection range. Now, with this unit here, that pixel count, that frame rate, I would say, yeah, it will probably detect out that far, but clarity is going to be where you're kind of, where the rubber is going to meet the road. Now, if you're zooming in, yeah, the clarity is probably going to start to wane once you get out to that distance. But I'd say inside of about 200 yards, it should do pretty well. The video recorder, so it does take video. It also takes still shots, which is very nice, MP4 and JPEG formats. It does have a built-in memory. That is the one downside that I've seen thus far whenever I was kind of thumbing through the literature and going over the unit. But it's an 8 gig built-in memory. I do wish that that was expandable. It would be nice to pop in like a 32 or something like that, or a 64, and be able to to record some extended hunts or extended range time or whatever you're looking at. But nonetheless, you do have 8 gig of built-in. It is Wi-Fi compatible, so that's pretty nice. Again, it does take an 18650 lithium-ion battery. You can get them everywhere. They do sell additional ones on the RIX website, but it does include one. So, in theory, you could get a couple of more and extend your battery life. A full battery, they do say, lasts about 7 hours. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. And to access that, right here on the front, you can see the battery right there. So good on them for not doing a built-in battery. I absolutely detest that. You can take it out. If this battery dies, you can just buy you another one, pop it in, you're good to go. So I do like that. On this side here, you have which I don't have any fingernails, but your access to your data ports. On top, you got your power button, you got your zoom, you got your mode, you got your diopter to kind of clean up your picture right here. And one really nice thing that they did, which I'm going to go ahead and, well done, RIX, they included the cap built into the unit so you don't lose it. So when you're ready to use it, just flip it down. When you're done, flip it up. I mean, I don't know why more companies don't do that, honestly. It blows me away. You do have a threaded boss down on the bottom, so you could put this on a tripod if you wanted to record that way. This thing is honestly light enough. You could probably put this on a J-arm and put it on a helmet too. Stay tuned. We may end up having to try that later on in the future to see if I can get that to work. Because like I said, the overall weight of this isn't much at all. It's very, very compact. I like the form factor. It fits in the hand very well. So that's also a nice touch. And you do have kind of this knurling on the top and on the bottom. So if you are using it in damp conditions, which this is IPX7 certified, you should be good to go. But let's see what this thing's going to do once the sun goes down, and I'll meet you guys back at the hide. All right, so we are back here at the hide. It is nighttime, and we have got our thermal Pocket K2 turned on, and we're looking down out to Mrs. Hyde. We've got her standing as a target down at 200 yards because, believe it or not, come back here and there is nothing to even look at. No animals at all. I mean, it could just be the fact that it's still a little cold, but today hasn't been as bad. But nonetheless, I wanted to get you guys an idea of the picture quality. So again, that is 200 yards. You can see the silhouette easily. I mean, it's definitely discernible against the background, no question about it. Let's go through the different magnification settings. So here is, let's see, this would be 2, and there is 4 on the digital zoom. And you can use the diopter and clear up the image just a little bit, but as we described there on the bench, for the pixelation that this comes with, that's about what honestly I would expect. But on the 1 power, even at 200 yards, it's pretty crisp. Let's take a look at the different modes. So you can look at white hot here. There's black hot. That's pretty cool. I like that one too. Here is red hot. Of course, predator mode. So nonetheless, I mean, there's definitely a question about making out what you're looking at. Now, granted, this is as far as I've got back here, but I would say it would probably pick up close to 500 yards. You probably just wouldn't be able to make out any real shapes. And then if you went to go into your magnification, the shape and clarity would start to wane a little bit as far as that goes as well. But just kind of walking down here a little bit as I'm finishing up. But nonetheless, I mean, it does do what it says. And I'm not going to lie, this thing is an absolute blast to play with. Kind of like some close-up footage. And here's one of these crazy cats that keep coming around the property. And I've got it on black hot. And you can see that thing, no problem at all. That right there is probably about 30 yards, 40 yards now as he's moving across the yard there. But definitely within this distance you can make out clear pictures as far as, you know, what kind of animal you're looking at. But as it gets a bit farther, it's going over there by our fire pit area. From where I'm standing, that's probably about, you can definitely make it out, no problem at all. I really like the black hot, honestly, a little bit more than the white, I think. But here's the digital zoom, and you can definitely make it out. Oh, and he's gone. But pretty cool. And I was looking at this too. There's the one of my neighbor's trees, and there's something in that tree. So that's kind of crazy. That's probably, from where I'm standing, that's probably about 400 yards away, I'd say. Close to it, 3 to 4. So, pretty crazy, but just wanted to get a little bit more footage, something a little bit closer, and for that matter, a little bit farther away. Not really sure what that is, but kind of cool. All right, so we got it back up here in the gun room. Some final thoughts on our RIX Pocket K2 thermal monocular. Long story short, this thing is an absolute ball to play with. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it does what it says. Now, take into consideration, what it is you're actually paying for. These right here, as filming of this video, come in around $4.99. Now, with that being said, check the description below. I do have a coupon code. I get no kickbacks from this other than bringing you guys the product. So if you think this might be something you want to check out, save you a few bucks and try one out for yourself. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. Going into it, I didn't think there was going to be any, like extreme clarity out to massive distance. I mean, I don't think really that's what this particular unit is for, but inside of about 200 yards, it's 100% usable. There's no question about that. I mean, even at 200 yards, you could see the silhouette of Mrs. Hyde back there, no problem at all. I mean, you definitely knew that there was something there. And again, getting a little bit closer, whenever I took it outside there towards the side part of the house, you could definitely see that cat as it went over to about 100 yards. And without mistaking, I mean, you can see the form and the silhouette of the animal. And even looking, and I was really shocked, but that tree that I showed you guys in the last part of the footage inside the camera is that I can't believe it picked that up. I still don't know what that was in that tree, but there was definitely something there. And you could even see that cat walking all the way down there as far as that was. And I lased it, and it's about 320, 330 yards. So fair distance away. And for as small as this thing is, it picked that up. That blows my mind. This technology is amazing. I think this thing does have a lot going for it. Being able to remove the battery, that is huge. Being able to be compact enough to where you can literally put the Pocket K2 in your pocket. I fully intend on integrating this into my pack as far as like camping and rucking and stuff. It's going to probably stay with me for the long haul. I'm really impressed with how well it's done inside of those usable ranges. Again, you kind of got to go into it with an open mind in, what are you realistically expecting for the price paid? And I think that this one does deliver. It does do what it says. I do like how the settings and everything are not just ridiculously busy. They didn't integrate a bunch of different features in here that you don't need. I don't like when manufacturers do that. They give you what you need to get the job done. And in doing so, they've made a really nice compact package. The one thing I wish that they had done a little bit better is I wish they would have put some more embossing on the buttons up here, just because I had kind of trouble. I would hit the record button whenever I was thinking I was up here. So if they had some more dedicated embossing up here to give you an idea of which button you're actually pushing, that would be a little bit nice. But honestly, that is really my only complaint. This thing's pretty awesome. You even have the ability to take still shot photos. So here on your record pad, if you long press this down, it will take you a JPEG picture. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I really do like it. Check out the campsite page. I'll have this listed there, as well as down below in the video description. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Is this something you all might be interested in incorporating in one of your systems? I'd be really intrigued to hear about that. And check us out over on Facebook. Be glad to interact with you guys over there. And as always, shoot straight. Later.